back, guys. How we doing? So today it's Monday and it's like 10 a.m. and it's a training day. It's like the best day. It's chest and triceps and a swim. So basically all of my favorite things right now. So today is a good day. The only bad thing about today is I only got like 4 hours of sleep. Now, for whatever reason, I could not fall asleep. Like, I was drifting off, my eyes were closing, I was getting peaceful, I was comfy, there was nothing wrong. I just could not cross over into sleep. Every time I felt like that was it, I was comfy and I was like drifting off, I just wake back up again, just like fully awake, for no reason. So, it is what it is. It's going to be a long day, I'm going to be tired today, it is what it is. But anyway, we push through. I've got a monster. I'm just at Tesco just now. I picked up some Rice crispy square bars because I like to have them before the gym, just for the carbs, the sugars. It just allows me to push a little bit extra. Because I don't like training after a meal. Like, I'm not one of those. I prefer training like fasted or with like a little snack. Because I just feel better. Whereas if I've had a meal, I can feel quite sluggish and a bit tired. But obviously when like you're training for strength, like it's important that you've got calories to push through with. Because I've stepped away from purely focusing on strength and it's more like reps and endurance and there's cardio in there. I do prefer the feeling of when I'm fasted, but I also understand that it's not probably the best thing if you're wanting to push yourself harder with weights and, you know, and training. So, oh well. So yeah, so plan for today is to get to the gym, train chest, triceps, get in the pool for a swim. Probably only going to do like 10 to 15 lengths because I do a few swims throughout the weeks and I always try and aim for between 500 and a kilometer at the moment. And then maybe next week and the weeks after, I'll always just like add a couple extra lengths in there. Just, you know, just so you're always getting like 10% better every week. Yeah, I'm going to get to the gym, going to start the session. And then, yeah, just going to take you through it. Going to film pretty much most of my sets and stuff like that. And just, and then just chat along the way. Yeah, please say anything if you see something. Alright? Right, off to the gym. I'll see you there. It's so good. Okay, so I'm gonna get started on the session. Starting off with bench press. I always try and do my main compound first, and then just allows me to push a bit more with that. Like, bench is an area I want to improve on more. I never really did it in the past, so I've always been fairly weak with the bench press, but I'm making some progress on it, which is quite good. Basically, my structure at the moment for my sessions is 3 sets. First set, 10 to 12 reps. Second set, 8 to 10. And then on the third set, really emphasizing on some strength. So that's only 4 to 6 reps. So I increased the weight quite a lot on that. But I actually don't know what weight I'm starting with. I'm gonna check my notes and see what my starting point is. And I'm just gonna film 3 sets and then maybe chat to you afterwards. So let's see how this goes. I think the 4 hours of sleep is hitting me more than I thought, because usually 70 is 12 reps and I feel okay with it, but not today, which is fine. That's life. That's the gym. But we hit 10 reps, so that's the threshold. So moving the weight up, 8 to 10 reps now. So okay, so we failed that quite spectacularly. So yeah, not too good. Missed out on the 8 reps, got 7 with 80, and then moved it up to 85 for the last set, and we hit 2, so not good, but it's part of it, I guess. I know a lot of people that have been pretty discouraged when the strength isn't there for a day and they feel like they're losing all the progress because they took a day off or they had a cheat day. But you're always gonna have days where your warm-up weight feels like your 1 rep max, and you're gonna have days the opposite where your 1 rep max feels like your warm-up weight. So there's highs and there's lows. Today's a low. Let's get into the rest of the session. So I'm just doing a voiceover for this bit because it's very loud in the gym at this point. There's a lot of people just sort of playing around with bars and stuff like that. I think they're setting up for a class, so yeah, you couldn't really hear what I was saying. But we've moved on to some incline dumbbell press, and I hit all the weights I was supposed to last week, so I'm not too sure how the heavier set this week is going to go because it's not really a weight I've done much of recently. So yeah, let's just see, can I hit those reps today? I feel like my energy is just going straight away. As soon as I get into a rhythm of any weight, I just feel like it's just all my energy is just getting drained so fast. So also, I chose the furthest away bench that I could. I'm like, yeah, I'm so far away. Honestly, I chose to be so far away. Okay, last set of incline dumbbell press, but annoying I didn't hit 8 there, but I just feel like my energy is going so fast. Like, I'll be in the motion and I'll get some sort of rhythm going, and then after like the 4th or 5th, I'm like, I can't breathe. I'm like, all my energy's gone. I've only got like 20 minutes left until there's a class on in here, and the upstairs gym is way too busy to film, so I'm gonna have to rattle through the rest of my session really fast. So I'm not gonna speak. I'm gonna film the rest of my session, do a recap afterwards. We don't have long, got a few exercises left, get these done, and then it's a swim. So Alright, moving on to some chest flies. So usually I train at a different gym when I'm doing chest because they've got some machines that I like, one of them being a pec fly machine. I just feel like I get so much more control and just more from the exercise when I do it on a machine. As you can clearly see on screen, my technique on these is horrible, but be aware, I never do them with dumbbells for this reason. So let's just let it slide and let's just move on. Okay, so we've moved upstairs to the chest press machine, just to sort of get the last few reps in. You can kind of stack weight on these kind of machines. It's a really nice way to sort of just finish off the session and just sort of just even further wreck the chest. So finish this off and then it's swim time. We'll see you in there. Okay, so I'm filming it down here because it's there's people everywhere and I don't want to get anyone in the shot, so nice angle. Moving on to the swim now. So obviously I can't swim the film.
What did he say?
I've never actually asked before, so I might ask reception when I'm finished to see if I'm allowed to set up a camera and just film my lane if no one else is in it. But I reckon it'll probably be a no, but I can ask. But I don't know if you can hear me, it gets so noisy in this place. But anyway, so probably going to swim about 10 to 15 lengths. Just at a threshold, nice and simple. It's kind of like zone 2. I'm not going to be sprinting. I'm not going to be drowning. Just swimming. So I don't know. It'll probably take me like 20 minutes because I'm not the fastest swimmer in the world anyway. But I'll see you in a few minutes. Okay, so that's us back from the gym and our swim. So swim went well. I had to cut it 2 lengths early because they started to lower the rest of the pool because they had swimming lessons starting. So that was all right. Sort of swim results sort of here. So pushed a bit harder than I really should have, but I was feeling good with the swim, kind of just flowing. So I just stuck with how it was going, to be honest. Overall, was it a good day? Not really. Didn't get a lot of reps. Weight was a bit lower than I wanted, but that's reality, guys. Not every session is going to be a good one. Not every session is going to be, you're not going to hit PBs every day. Some days you're just going to feel like that. You're going to be tired, sluggish. And, you know, it's being able to just keep going, pushing harder the next time you're in. So, you know, we continue as normal tomorrow. Nothing will change. But you cannot finish a day session, you know. Can't just have chest, triceps and a swim and that be it. So, on to the next part. Food. So I don't usually combine like cereal and my first meal, but because I'm quite pushed for time to get to work, I kind of have to. So I've got Cocoa Pops and a protein shake in there, 5 eggs, 2 sourdough, 150 grams cottage cheese, and that's a cappuccino. So I'm gonna eat this, hop in the shower, get ready for work and go. But yeah, thanks for tuning in again, guys. It's been a pleasure. Make sure you hit that like button, comment, subscribe if you want to see more content. And again, let me know in the comments what you want to see. I'm going to post more of these throughout this week and some maybe next week, just on the sort of what different days. So today was chest, triceps and a swim. Tomorrow, I think, is legs and a run. So stay tuned for that video as well. There was a comment in my last video about wanting to see more of an in-depth training, so that's what I'm going to do. I'll show my weekly training sessions as we move forward, but let me know if there's anything else you want to see. But other than that, I'm going to sign off here, guys. Get ready for work, eat my food, and as always, it's been a pleasure.